Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. If you are interested in supporting the community a little bit further than that, then consider becoming a member here in our channel. Members start at $2 a month, and you'll gain access to some pretty cool emotes, and that's about all I can offer at this point in time. Sorry about that, everybody. In addition to that, if you want to join our community and join any of our games, including this one, we do have open slots available. Link to our open slots and everything else can be found in our Patreon down below. Get into our community, go ahead and just join up and schedule a one-on-one. I just got to make sure you're not a terrible human being, and then you're welcome to play inside of our games. And I believe that is going to be everything from me, so... Sinclair, tell us what happened last session.
So last session was our basic downtime. We each decided what we wanted to do before we start making our way to the shrine that's up in the mountain range here in Uthadern to get the hilt fixed and the blade forged. Forgem spent the time fixing his diamond ore, perfecting it like he does, because he's a master at his craft. Jasper spent the week learning how to meditate by one of Forgem's cousins so that he could communicate with Delilah in the future much easier and less taxing. Corvus spent the week bar brawling and earning a nice chunk of change in the process, losing one of his mini fights. Argon decided to spend the week using the ink that they got the other session to transcribe all of his spells, or at least the majority of them, into his new arcane tome that he has. So that way he's got all of them in it and has a backup if he ever loses it. And then Sinclair spent the week trying to better get used to using his fiendish contracts and dabbling in local politics that he probably shouldn't have, but after talking with some of the guards, finding out that this individual needed some help, just moving on and learning how bad of an individual he is, took it upon himself to go try to help out the former arbiter. He intimidated the current arbiter into thinking that he was a terrible arbiter and that he isn't listening to his subjects, and now he's trying to figure out how best to get their input in more of their day-to-day with surveys and things like that. During the conversations with the arbiters, he also met the drug dealing I believe he's a druid, but I'm not 100% sure. Trill, who is a halfling furbo. Cade. And who knows Corvus. Their two interactions were kind of polar opposites at the initial meeting, because Sinclair was trying to make money on his part of the deal and Cade was trying to make a business transaction on his side, and both parties were talking, a lot of people getting high as a kite, and then Sinclair found out how bad of an arbiter the former arbiter was when he saw the entire books on how bad they were in the hole during his term, to how quickly they got out of it with the new arbiter. And then when they were leaving, Fordrum helped put some perspective on how bad of a job the arbiter was. And Sinclair felt a little bit defeated, but later got offered a job to just discuss how Marquette does its business deals and trade agreements and things like that. So it all worked out. His Fordrum's uncle bought a plant from the new, returning party member, Cade. And let's just hope Mama never finds out who sold him the drugs.
Yes. So, everybody, sleepy go bye-bye. Good night. And now, good morning. You all wake up. Easy enough. The rest of the party has been engaging with Uthadurn long enough that now you can drink with them, monitor yourself, and still wake up fresh and early. Just, you can't drink like them. But anyways, morning rolls around. Nice, bright and early, right before the sun would actually rise, if you could see one from down here. And the table is filled with what looks to be a slaughtered boar worth of different various meats, and there was not a portion of it lost with all of this. So everybody, morning's here.
Another amazing breakfast. I could really get used to eating here all the time.
I know, right?
We had
It's gonna be really rough when we go back out on the road, Mama.
Well,
Right, Blade.
Mr. Tallman, you may want to start exercising or doing something other than sitting at a desk. You're starting to put on a couple, and she slaps you on your slowly forming dad bod. You don't work out that much, Arkin. I'm sorry.
But I have such a comfy chair.
Yeah.
It is pretty comfy, though.
Cade is just scarfing down like he's got full-on morning munchies from the day before.
You also notice about half of the cousins also have those morning munchies.
I give him a knowing wink.
Nope. Looks like we might not have anything left over for lunch this time. Well, good to see you're all finally taking my meals seriously. Might have to up my game next time.
So, Corvus, you haven't really told me, what are you guys doing here?
We're here to help Jasper with a bit of an errand of his.
Ah.
Yeah, we gotta go play with some lava up in the
God's
mountain.
sword.
A bit of an errand. That's kind of
That's not
downplaying what we're trying to
incorrect.
accomplish.
That's not incorrect. Cade knows as well as any of you, in this group, downplay is correct. Downplay is always the first play.
All right.
So,
I have never seen that out of us.
Well, it should be the first play. We're a bit stupid, so it doesn't really work out that way.
We also have the diamond that we got that was raw. I've now cut it, and I'll take it out and set it on the table for everyone. We have the thorax from that hag we could envelop into this. We also have the piece from the Ramaraz.
So how does that all work? Because they never told me how these things are made. You have to have a gem and some dead thing?
You have to have, to make an augment, you need a creature of a certain magical properties, and you need a gem to sort of fold it into. So we've got 2 gems. We've got this big old giant diamond now, and we have the bloodstone still.
And we have my little bitty bloodstone that
And we have
pales
your
in
little,
comparison to your big one.
and we have the little bitty bloodstone. But we only have 2 creatures to really kind of push into these things. And unless someone has a different idea, I think the 2 bigger gems should be the primary.
Do the creatures like play any part in like do they have certain qualities that make them better for certain gems?
I don't believe it actually plays that big of a role, but
Yes,
it's more of their. Oh, it does. Okay, never mind. I lied. Don't listen to me.
It
Well,
can is the proper.
The gems play a certain role. The creatures that you use, and so certain gems can only have certain effects. And so if you have a creature that has a similar or a likened effect, there's a chance you could get a better result. The variation is very small, mostly in general, like when we're dealing with that gem, and I point at his little bitty bloodstone, pretty much whatever creature we can get to power it will probably be fine.
Okay.
When we're dealing with these, and this giant 4,000 gold piece diamond that we have, we probably need to take a little care in what we put in that. So, and again, like I said, between the Remoraz and the Thorax, does anybody have a belief, a feeling? The Thorax is from a pretty powerful hag, and
I would guess the hag is the more powerful of the 2, would be my guess.
What's a Rimmerad?
it's a big caterpillar, kinda, that bleeds and spits fiery lava-like stuff. Oh,
That might be good in the bloodstone then.
right. Yeah, I was thinking about a whole different thing suddenly. Wonder what
I
the
am
temp-
too. I heard fire and I fell in love.
It's not a lovable fire, believe me, it hurts. But I wonder what the temperature of Remoran's blood is. Well, do that next time.
I don't think it's lava level.
And it hurt. So you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, if you guys need help with augments, I'm more than happy to share my expertise with you guys. Or
Cool.
sharing the burden of spells to use.
Well, I do appreciate it, and yeah, we'll take all the help we can get. That's my hope. Is that something we want to do today? I'm just trying to figure out needs.
Probably best to do it before we head up into the mountain range. Because doing it on the road would kind of take up too much time, I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how in depth you need, like, plus the facilities. You have access to better facilities here than you would out on the road, I would wager, guess.
Well, you would, okay, so yes, it depends on the circumstance. Like if we need to start making, augment slots, adding them to different armors or whatever, then we have to worry about it, because then we do need something from here. I have to forge those. But if we're just talking about powering up a gem to be put into a slot, that's fairly simple.
Oh, is it? You
So
learn
just
something new every day.
as a reminder, it does take you different amounts of downtime in order to construct these augments based off of the challenge of what you are trying to utilize as the CR of the creature. So if you are doing Beldamari's, that was Beldamari's thorax, correct?
Yep.
All right, Beldamari's thorax. Did I give you guys a challenge rating for that?
No, I don't recall.
Okay, let me look that up real quick.
Do you have one for the caterpillar too?
If you tell me what it is, I can look it up real quick.
There's a rumor
So-
as
Yeah, if you can tell me how to spell that.
you attacked us in it.
Hey, dude, I
REM.
attacked REM. All right, that should be enough. Was it a young one or a big one?
I think it was a giant one. It was whatever the highest CR is.
Was it a huge one? Or was it just large?
Was
Nope, it
bigger
was the
than
huge
Argon?
one. All right, so the Rimaraz is a CR 11, which can make rare augments, which takes a day to craft. 8 hours of downtime.
half
Beldam-
for me.
Half for you. That is correct. Everything you make is halved. Beldamari is a CR 16, which takes 7 days to craft, as that is very rare. But it's also high enough challenge to actually be worth that diamond to utilize on. So the Rimaraz would only take you 4 hours if Fordrum is the one making it. And no, before anybody asks me, helping does not lower the amount of time it takes to do this process. It's just weaving
No,
magic
you just
in and
need
out.
the spell slot, right?
Well, you need the spell slot. You have to be the proper spell caster. So 6 level spell slots, the party has that, right?
No, we do not.
What?
Oh, we're
You
still
need
at
a
5th.
All right, well then you need
Wait,
to get
do we have
yourself
a
a
blank
spell
scroll?
scroll. Yeah, blank scroll, that's 6th level. Would do it.
What level is the blank scroll we have?
I don't know. That's
We
your
have
guys'
one?
stuff.
It
The
just
blank
says blank.
arcane scroll.
What did we just buy? Didn't we just negotiate a?
I don't want to burn the 7th level spell we just bought. Before we used it. We have a blank spell scroll. Did we not write down what level it was?
God damn it,
If I remember
guys.
the VOD back, he said it was good enough to make an augment with.
Well, yeah, but not that doesn't really specify.
Yeah,
very
you never
high.
did specify the CR.
Oh
or
no,
the,
I told you what it was.
Yeah.
So you have mass cure wounds in there.
Uh-huh.
That's a 6th level.
There you go. That's 6th level. Oh no, that's 5th.
Or no, that's 5th level. I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
five.
You almost got. Blank arcane scroll. That really. Oh my god, that lit. Did you guys buy it from a shop or did you find it as loot?
We got it from the dragon.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll say it's 6th. Done. Just to, yeah. If it wasn't written down and nobody remembers me saying anything, it could have been my fault. We'll call it a 6th. But it still takes Fordrum 3.5 days to make, if he's the one making it.
I don't mind eating Mama's cooking 4 more days before we have to look at the mountain range, go through that.
Yeah.
I could do more research in the. Why am I drawing a blank on the name of that group?
The kobold.
Yeah, the
Vox
Cobalt
Machina.
Soul. I kept trying to think blue.
How
The
many of your
Cobalt
spells
Soul's
did you
library.
end up getting?
I got enough to get started. I burned
need
through
more ink?
most of the ink anyways, but the ones that I use the most, though I meant to ask, how does it work with all the spells that are already in that book?
What do you mean?
There's a whole slew of spells already written in that
Yes.
magical book.
Yes. You get to add them to your book.
they're now yours to use while
Okay.
you're using that book.
All you have you have to transcribe them into.
Well, they're
your
already
understanding.
transcribed. Oh, okay.
Into
What about
that.
the?
So
Oh.
when you transcribe something into a book, you are putting it in a manner that you understand your magic utilizes. Every single
Okay.
magician or wizard does their magic differently. The previous wizard who owned this already wrote all of that shit down. But congratulations, you don't have to buy the scrolls. You don't have to headhunt for them.
Okay.
You can either choose on level ups to take those as your spells. Done. You don't have to copy it. It's just done. Or you have to transcribe them over. And I may be mistaking with this.
I don't know that it specifically says, so I think it's kind of up to you.
Let me read the grimoire.
Because there are a couple spells in there that I already know, too. Like Legend Lore is one of the spells in that book, and I already know that spell.
Meow.
Yeah, sorry, my cat's very talkative. One of my cats is very talkative.
So it's in the dormant state, right?
Yes.
I'll say you can just add those to your thing, because this is a fucking legendary item. So, like,
Okay.
yeah, you can just add those to your known spells.
Okay.
Like,
Sweet.
and we'll just say that you've been working on figuring out the kinks of all of these spells. Like, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've been working on this for what, like 18 sessions? Something like that,
Yeah,
18
well, I mean,
sessions now? Oh,
dude,
yeah, no, I understand. Trust
like
me,
an
I
8-year
understand.
degrees worth of information.
Yeah.
Like, it's
That's
insane.
why I have never complained about how long it's taken.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I completely understand.
All right. So
if you guys want me to do more research at the Cobalt Soul, I can, especially since you don't need my spell slot if you're going to do the big one, because you've got to use the 6th-level spell scroll anyways.
Well, I'll probably need you to cast that just because I can't reach there and I don't do arcane magic.
Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I can only cast it the 5th, and
Well, I can. Only
I don't
cast
know
5th
arcane.
too, but I certainly know arcane. But
mine's more
Corvus.
necromantic.
Corvus is an arcane caster.
yeah. And does it have to be arcane? I thought it could be a wisdom caster too. Or is it
Either
not?
or can craft them, but when you're using that scroll, whatever the scroll was, is who.
Oh,
has to
okay.
use it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm
and
out. I'm
there's-
totally out of it.
Yeah. Well, it matters on. Well, it could have been a druid scroll. You know, sometimes they write shit on trees. So you know what? Someone roll a d2. On a 1, it's a wisdom scroll. On a 2, it's a arcane scroll. So divine and arcane. Those are the two things. All right, so it's a divine scroll.
All right.
Perfect. So that means
Sinclair
Wardrobe,
confirming.
yes, you can use it. Yeah. So that's good. That actually does cut the time in half, because if it wasn't Fordrum, it'd have to be somebody else, and that would take a whole 7 days. All right. So I posted what the Rimaraz bonus is for whatever you're trying to craft.
Right.
Its CR is 11, which can make up to rare,
Right.
but it could also make uncommon if you really want to. It just matters if you have a rare gem to utilize. Beldamari.
I think Beldamari can go all the way to very rare, right?
Yes.
And diamonds. So we'll do the diamond with Belda, and we'll do the probably the
Shame you
the
don't have
other
a
one, the
ruby.
What were you saying? Otis, by the way, do you want to change your display name?
Oh, I'm sorry. The bloodstone will be
What's the value of
Caterpillar.
bloodstone you guys have? 600?
3,200.
2200.
2,200.
The bloodstone's
looking at-
3,200?
22.
Do you mean 24?
It says 22 on the party loot.
So the intervals for bloodstones are 600, 1,200, 2,400.
And we have one that says 2,200.
All right,
so...
that's good enough to make a rare. That's it. Cool. So bloodstone favors necrotic, cannot roll protection.
Well,
Okay.
it says 2,400 now.
There you go. Well, regardless, you can only make it into that right now. Remember, you don't ruin the stone by crafting, you just ruin the creature that you would use for it.
Right.
So you can always re-roll with the same stone. Okay, so Forgerum, are you just biting the bullet and doing both of them?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do the bloodstone first. That's the easy
Oh.
one.
Righty, so that'll take you a few days. We are making
day.
a rare. Yes, that is going to take you a rare. So favors fire.
And I can do the spell slot for you.
No, it'll take twice as long if you do it.
Also, your spell slots can't do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Charisma can't do it.
Welcome
Yup.
to watch.
Charisma is good at everything else in D&D. They can't make this. Cannot roll cold or protection. Alrighty. That is what we're looking at here. Let me look at the rare table. I think that is specific enough that puts you exclusively on the rare table. That is good. That is good. No protection magic as an option.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of them are protection on that one.
No,
Oh no, rare
sorry.
greater. Cannot roll cold either, which cuts out one. All right, so that's. All right,
Do
roll
you
me a
need socket
d20.
to put this in?
Eventually, go ahead and roll
Oh.
me a d20.
Is this for? Oh, there you go. I'll just roll.
17, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That comes out to speed. So, it is a boots only speed quality. As a bonus action, you can clack your heels together and increase your movement speed by 10 for up to 10 minutes. You can end this as a bonus action.
Cool.
And you can use that once per day. But it can only go into boots. So there you go. You have someone who was editing the party loot.
I was, but I haven't been doing it.
I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead and add Bloodstone speed quality. I don't think any of you have masterworked boots.
I don't know.
I do.
Did
You
Mama
do?
make-
Seriously, Chris?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, do you have an open
I've got an
slot?
augmented protection in them. Yeah.
Oh, no, you can't have an augmented protection in those. It has to be an armor or a shield.
What the hell do I have in them? I know I have an augmented protection somewhere.
Yeah,
It has
he
to be
has
in
an
your armor or your shield.
No, I have them as boots of protection.
Then that's false. Or you didn't update when we made that change.
I did not
That's
update
fine.
when we made the change. When you made the
Okay.
change.
That's fine. Go ahead and put that into your armor slot then, or whatever. And there you go. There's the boots one, since you're literally the only person who can put them in.
Currently
Keep in
use
mind,
them.
you only have 3 attunement slots, Corvus, Make sure that whatever masterwork item you are utilizing that you are attuned to is marked. So I think your sword, your armor, and what's your third one going to be?
The boots. It's been the boots.
Fair enough.
I don't have a fourth item, so.
Well, other magical items are also attunement, but yeah.
By the same token, if we needed it to go somewhere else, I could always forge a new socket in anybody's anything.
Yeah, that's true. It just, that takes your divinity of the day, I think.
Oh, I can do it for that? No, I usually had to make a roll.
Well, you can craft it, or you can spend an hour, use your channel divinity, and make a masterwork 1 slot for anybody.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
but
Your
that
mom's
would be
already
your...
done half the work.
Yeah. Yeah, your channel divinity is busted with the augmentation system. Okay. Now we are on
The diamond.
the diamond. So let me scroll up here. So
Very rare table?
favors magic.
And poison.
Oh, wait. No, that is greatly favors magic. Favors poison. Cannot roll. What does the diamond say?
Cannot roll physical modifiers.
Physical. Okay. And yes, we are looking at the exceptional table. The very rare table.
Not the very rare superior table, right?
Let me run my math real quick. Physical is removed. Actually, that removes. Physical removes 1, 2, 3. Favoring magic greatly is all of these. No, this is not superior table.
Okay.
This is just very rare basic table.
Right.
And the rare greater table. Those
Right.
two are going to be combined.
So
So
you
you
just
can
roll a
only roll.
D10 then?
No, it's still a D20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
There's
7,
10.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 of them.
Okay. Anyone
So
else
this is
wanna
not a
roll
high
D10?
enough quality to unlock very rare greater. This can only do very rare basic.
Really, 4,000 gold.
The diamond
4,000?
isn't the issue, it's the creature you're using.
Bella?
Beldamari she's only a CR 16. If she was a CR 19, then you'd be pushing towards greater. A CR 22, then the superior. But yeah,
Alright,
you're
let's
still
do-
rolling. Yeah, go for it. D20. Big money here.
There we go.
18. Okay, that is on that table.
That's the last table.
That's funny. That is really funny. Boots of 10-minute flying.
Really?
Yep.
That's not bad.
That's a good magic item.
Yeah.
You have
It is
10 minutes of fly speed per day.
I was hoping to get all the way up to that dispel magic or the spell turning. Stick it in my shield.
Not a high enough CR for that, buddy.
Well, just give us let's go looking for another dragon.
Oh, don't worry,
We know-
you'll find things. It's fine.
We know there's a lake with one.
So yeah, Corvus, now's the question. Which of those 2 augments do you want?
I think I'm gonna keep the speed
Okay.
for now, at least.
Okay.
So who would like boots of flying?
Who has an attunement slot available? That's the question.
I do not. I am out of attunement slots.
I am sadly out.
I have an open slot, but I don't have slotted boots.
You don't wear boots. I
know.
guess you would get leg warmers.
Yeah.
Just
Can I get some? Can I get some Mastercraft leg warmers?
They can make Mastercraft sock holders.
Mhm.
Nice leather anklets.
Sandals, man.
Just some.
Just no socks.
An
That could
ankle
be-
bracelet.
Is that a possibility, Joey, or should I have Mom fashion some boots for Cade?
I mean, if you want it to be permanent, you can ask her to do that. If it's only going to be a 1 slot, it'll take her a week to do. But you could, yeah, she would do it for you.
All I need, she just needs to make the boots. I can make the slot in an hour. Apparently.
Well, if you want it to be leg warmers, that's fine. Like it's flavor. That's the difference. Is flavor, which I'm always okay with.
Yeah,
he's not mechanically changing shit. It's just flavor.
And on the other thing, I could use them too on account of I've only got 2. I've got armor and I've got an axe, and that's it.
Okay.
I got an empty slot in my shield with nothing in it, but then I could make my boots, and I could be a flying dwarven cleric, which that kind of would be rad.
Yeah, feel free to do that, man. I really.
It would have saved you on the mountain.
Yes, it would have. Imagine you and Jasper if you would have had that at the time.
Well, and I feel like hundreds and hundreds of points of damage from me climbing and falling down stuff would have been avoided and would be avoided for my future.
100%.
And if,
yeah.
and if you ever get something for your shield, you can always,
I can always swap.
yeah, you can go ahead and make him the boot or the leg warmers, so he's got something for later. Because with the luck y'all have, y'all probably roll another boots.
I think we're fine for now. If he wants to make some slotted boots for himself, that's fine. I'm already rocking a couple powerful augments, so.
Cool. Then I'm going to ask Mom to fix up my boots. That's okay with you, Joey?
Sure. I mean, if you want to wait, it'll take an extra week, but that's it.
Come on, Mom. Step it up. What the hell?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I would not say that.
All right,
I'm
you're
a
gonna
son.
you're start
Anyway,
your first week of venturing at disadvantage on all ability checks because of the spoon that was shoved up your ass.
I would never, never in a million years.
All right, but yeah, she'll take a week. Actually, let me get her character sheet open.
I would say it with a huge smile as a total joke and let her hit me in the head as I'm hugging her.
Yes. So I assume you'll be using your 3rd level spell slot in order for her to do this.
Yeah.
And 100 GP.
Anybody got 56 gold pieces I can borrow?
I'll pay the 100.
Okay, so Sin removes 100. Yeah, it's fair.
Thanks, Sid.
I already spent all the money you gave me, so.
Oh, natural 19. Yeah, no problem. You have a pair of masterworked, mama-made boots with 1 slot. They're insulated. So in this environment, it'll be fantastic. But if you wear these on the beach, you're going to be sweating something else.
Nope, I'm fine.
Alrighty.
So we need something small for mine, right?
What?
My
Oh,
little
a creature?
bloodstone?
Yeah. Pretty much almost any, like, for what you have, if the party randomly comes across a CR6 thing, it's dead. And then you need to spend, what is it, an hour? 1 hour of downtime to make that augment.
Okay.
Like, with this party, anything that makes that, you guys can easily just go hunt for. And it's probably gonna die. I think aside from, like... No, all of you are actually suitable to 1v any creature CR6. Yeah, no problem at all. Yep, okay. So, 1 week later, Argon, were you doing more research?
Yeah, so I need to spend 1 day transcribing a couple extra spells, and I'm going to spend the rest of it at the Cobalt Soul.
Just transcribing?
I wanted to take 2 other spells that I already know and transcribe them into the book.
Okay. So that's just what you do for the week is transcribe spells. That's it?
Well, no, I just 1 day because
Okay.
It's 8 levels per day. I actually need 9 hours.
Okay.
So
Cool.
So I need a day and an hour to do those extra 3 spells, or those extra 2 spells. That leaves me all the rest of the time to go to the Cobalt Soul.
Okay. And what are you doing there?
I want to do some more research on after going through the other stuff. I want to do more about links to Vox Machina and vampires, specifically involved around Dorolos and the Whitestone.
Okay. I assume you don't have money to pay somebody to help you. They'll let you in for free, but yeah, okay. Fordrum, the movement speed you have is based off of your character's movement speed. So that's 25, yeah.
Yep.
But if you put it on a monk, ooh.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude, Masterwork boots are no joke. Like, they're good. Okay. Give me an intelligence check, Argon.
Okay. Oop, I don't know why I rolled that on accident. Or I don't know why I rolled with advantage, but I don't have advantage. Nice roll. 3.
Let me look at this. Does 8 actually yield something? I think it does.
Well, luckily I have 4 days.
Well, this is your check for the week.
Oh, okay, for the whole week.
Yeah,
okay.
And you still have the advantage from doing the recap in the Discord.
But he has to declare he's using it before he rolls. It's not a retroactive. It is just advantage.
Actually, what I will do instead, because I will use Chronal Shift.
All right, then re-roll.
I always forget I have that.
Yeah.
Now say you want to use advantage.
Oh, there's a decision. No, well, no.
An 11 is actually slightly better.
There we go.
Yeah. So you get 2 pieces of lore surrounding that has not already been discovered.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second.
Do you want to know what I already know about it?
Yes, that would help me out a lot.
Whitestone was founded by the Dorolo family, who ruled it until most of the family was killed by vampires who worshipped Vecna. Percival and Vox Machina eventually defeated the vampires, and Percival left most of the running of Whitestone to his younger sister Cassandra after.
Trying to think, what else would they know up here?
I'm mostly digging into this because of the tie to the last person we saw wielding the blade was a vampire.
Yes. So the only other piece of lore I can give you up here in Uthadern, keep in mind, this is a remote location. They don't have infinite knowledge. The last thing I can tell you is that as far as the research of the Cobalt Soul, who was in charge of this in that era, goes, he left the remainder of his information on this topic in Rexingtrum. That was his primary facility of where he worked out of, in the Cobalt Soul in Rexingtrum. So that would be your next location to find out more information about this.
Dorolo worked out of Rexingtrum?
No, Derolo did.
Oh,
There was
the
a
person that
Cobalt
wrote this.
Soul
Oh,
who
okay.
was researching. They did all of their own things, and they're the person who's been writing these journal notes that you've been reading. The last thing that you discover is their primary base of operations. That specific Cobalt Soul member was in Rexingtrum. So there should be more information, if there is more information, in the Rexingtrum's branch of the Cobalt Soul.
And that's super accessible.
Yeah. One of these days, I'll convince a group to go down there and handle the war.
We only
This
start
group.
them.
Yeah. To be fair, you guys didn't start this war. That was not your fault. There's the other group.
They were probably in prison.
Yeah, you guys started the Armageddon. But anyways, did anybody else want to do something during that week? You know,
Can I make more
productive.
gold with the Arbiter?
Unfortunately, he's already gotten all of the information out of you.
Okay.
If you want to do like a day job or something, like
Help Mama.
yeah, if you just want to help Mama, that's fine.
Mama's been taking care of me. I want to help Mama.
Very well. We will count this as a religious service within Fordrum's family. It definitely is treated as that to help out Mama. So I need you to give me a persuasion check or religion check. Your call.
Well, seeing as Mama is literally God in this house, and I'm probably gonna be drinking afterwards anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to do religion,
Go for it.
and I'm gonna use my one for doing the recap today for advantage.
$26. All right, congratulations. The rest of the Bright Blade family are so impressed with you just spending time with her, helping her clean, keeping up with her, and doing whatever remedial tasks she needs done for the entire week that the family owes you one. You have a favor from the Bright Blade family that can be called upon.
Thanks.
Yep. Hear that, Fordrum? Your family
Mhm.
owes him. How about you, Corvus? Got anything?
Not really.
Do you want to relax for a week?
Can I just keep on fighting, or
I mean, you could.
I'd like to try that.
Very well. Then roll an athletics and acrobatics and a con check. Not saving throw check. And then roll your hit die and add that to one of the three.
Athletics, acrobatics, and then con. I think we're going to add that to athletics.
The athletics? Okay, that is 2 successes. You earn 100 gold.
Alrighty.
Now, Cade, how about you?
I would like to continue to peddle my goods in town away from Mama. And I would also like to send a message to my friends in Port Denali and let them know about the deal and let them know that the money's coming.
Okay, cool. So you do that. That's easy enough. And the other one, you said you want to just keep peddling your wares?
Yes, but I don't know how this would work with you. I'd like to hire a hireling. A charisma-based
Uthadern?
one. Yeah, these people seem friendly enough. I need a charismatic spokesman.
Oh, so you're looking for a professional hire.
Yes, I would like to take a step back from being the vocal piece, like the CEO. I'd like to move back into a CEO, you know.
You just want to be a board member. You want
Yeah.
someone else to handle the day-to-day operations.
He
Well,
doesn't want to be the face. He wants to be the backhand guy
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
manufacturing and producing.
CEO needs a salesman.
Yes. I want to be in charge of the product and everything like that, but I want somebody else to start selling it because I'm having no luck selling it and I need a better face to travel.
Plus, the pipe deal.
Roll me a persuasion. Let's see who you can find.
Fuck.
I know,
That's the reason
right?
I wanted this.
Yeah.
If you want, remember, I did offer services if you needed them.
Yeah, you could have advantage if you could pay Sin.
Yeah, but Sin's coming with us.
Do I have to
No,
sell my
it's
soul
just a
for Sin?
contract. It's just a contract. You sell him gold to have advantage on persuasion rolls.
All right, Sin, listen here. I'm going to give you 10 gold, and you're going to give me...
Well, that's the problem. It's 25 gold base,
Then
and I don't
25
get
gold.
to keep it.
Fine, 25.
All right,
Alright.
go ahead. You have advantage.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, I've already stated I'm not charging the party over the listed rate.
Hey, 15, not bad.
Yeah,
So
that was a 16.
you have two options here. You find a fairly suitable individual who looks like they could help you. They're very, very sweet talking. They seem to know a lot of people, at least in Uthadurn, and they tell you that they know a lot of people across the entirety of the Graying Wildlands. They've traveled to the Savalier Woods, they've gone into the Empire numerous times, and they're just like one of those live along the breeze type people.
Oh, sounds like my man.
Cool. You have two options. You can pay him 1,000 gold right now to work for you for 1 year as your salesperson. And if you don't see an increase in your business at the end of that year, then he'll have to give you back the money. Or you can risk 25% of your entire business in him.
Well, seems how I don't have 1,000 gold. I'll take the deal, Shark Tank.
All right, yeah, he owns 25% of your business. Cool.
Fuck
Would
me.
it make more sense to just educate our salesperson and supply one of the shops that's already here?
I don't have a shop here yet, and
No, but my family does.
Yeah,
What?
and it's going to get made here, but he needs a traveling salesperson to go to other locations to
Got
start
it.
setting up. Yeah, his problem isn't getting product. He can make damn near infinite. His
Yeah.
problem is finding people that want to buy from him because some people just don't like him.
Right.
I'm not the classiest looking fella as I point to my ears, my sharp teeth, and all my hair.
Yeah, he literally looks like a miniature furbolg.
I just meant in the gem store, they probably have a counter that could probably get slid around, turned
Right.
into product.
Alrighty. You know what we're gonna call this guy? We're going to call him Jonesy.
Because he's jonesing.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jonesy.
Remember, Jonesy, never from your own stock. It's the first rule of this business.
He's got a little cat named Ripley.
He doesn't care. He's just gonna keep. Anyways, yeah. Cool. That is who you hire to be the face of your company. We're just gonna call him Jonesy Jones. There we go. That's a name.
All right, perfect.
By the way,
That's
roll
my
me a
week.
d6, Cade.
A D6?
Yeah.
Womp.
Cool. No problem. Alrighty, everybody. Week is now over. You meet back up together. Another morning like we literally just roleplayed, so we don't have to do it again. What are we going to do?
Well, we're heading to the forge in the what's that place called? The in the Kraverrads Mountains, the
Cinderus
Cinderus
Sanctum.
Cinderus Sanctum, yeah.
We've got the map.
Oh, so I can move it.
You guys wouldn't mind if I tagged along with you?
No, come along.
Fortunately, the business is stalled for now while Jonesy Jones is going out. So,
You did introduce him to the pipe maker, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a thing for cats like our last druid did?
No.
Oh, I was just curious if it was like a druid thing or if it was just Regina.
I mean, there's only really one creature I really care about, but he's not really of this plane.
Hmm. He's not a noble trapped in something else's body, is he?
No, you'll meet him eventually.
Okay.
So you're all going to leave the safe, comfortable, and lovely town of Uthadern and start heading northwards into the frozen over mountain peaks of the graying wildlands. The further north you go, the less developed everything is. Aside from Uthadern, there's not really any other large settlement of civilization within this range, and you can tell after just 30 minutes of walking, feeling the whipping, freezing cold, chilly winds hitting your face, that you're no longer in a frequently traversed territory. This is more raw. The mountains themselves are all around you, lingering, looming over top of you. You see this incredibly large wave of air moving above your heads as you move through you, visible to the eye of some type of tunnel-like air stream up in the skies. But you don't walk over the mountains to get to the Cinderus Sanctum. You actually walk through a valley between the mountains. So, Boardroom, are you the one making the survival check with the map, or...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I just threw away my die.
Like through the trash?
No, I tried flicking it, and it's a D2, so I tried, like, coin flipping it, and it didn't work.
There's my survival.
All right. Woo-wee, everybody. Let's see how chilly it is getting. Somebody roll me a D8.
Uh-oh.
So the question is that really good or really bad?
All I know is this feels like hell. Or at least Stygia.
Boardroom.
Yep.
Feeling the intense winds blowing into your face. Now, you're okay with some winds, but there is even a degree that you need to be concerned about. You end up having the map in front of you, trying to read it as you're moving through the entire area, and none of you notice that the wind has picked up to a blistering degree, and there is now small fragments of ice falling and pelting you all in the heads. It seems to be A blizzard.
I put my shield in front of me into the wind.
Do we
Everyone
need to
else?
find shelter somewhere, Fortune?
Yeah, probably. All right. Well, I'll look around, see if I can find anything.
All right. Now, at this point, the intensity of the winds has picked up enough that visibility is halved for all of you. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, Forger, with disadvantage.
Perception with disadvantage.
Yup.
Damn. 13.
That's not bad for disadvantage. You do see up ahead that there is a small cliff that seems to be suitable for anybody to run over and get underneath if they need to. It'll give you some respite from the storm above head, but you know that right now in this type of weather, this environment, you all have 40 minutes at best before you start potentially losing limbs.
Well, come on, let's get in here.
Is that going to keep us warm?
It's going to stop the pelting from happening, which reminds me, during the time that you have traversed this area to find that, all of you have suffered 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the hail. So you all run over to that little area, stick yourselves underneath. You still feel the intense winds to your sides, but you no longer have hail pelting down on top of you. What are you all doing?
I could possibly create a shelter here with one of my spells to like block the wind off, but we need a heat source, and I don't know if that's gonna cause the layer that I can make from melting.
I can put up a temporary one for the night, like we usually do.
Yeah, but the weather's getting really bad.
No, I know that's well, it'll hold. The concern is if it gets filled with snow when it goes down in 8 hours. Oh.
Do you know of any caves around here, Fortune?
Can I
Fortune,
make a history check?
No, you've never
Not
been
here.
up this far.
Right.
Of course, one of the few spells I didn't carry over was Stone Shape, so I can't make a shelter.
I was going to use kind of cold to make a igloo.
You know what? I got something better. I will cast a 3rd level spell. And can I just upcast it? I know it doesn't have like an upcast cost, but can I upcast costs to like increase the range just for RP reasons?
I need to see what the spell is or anything else. Plant growth. You don't think 100-foot radius is big enough?
Well, it's a 10-foot radius. Oh, never mind. 100-foot radius. Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you use it as your action, it's immediate. It goes away after
8 hours.
Well, no, if you cast it over 8 hours, it will remain for a year. I
It wouldn't be
mean,
bad to have a shelter here on the way back.
well, it doesn't even provide shelter. It literally invigorates the plants in this area. And right now, you're in a tundra. There's not really plants around you.
Okay.
This is a frozen over wasteland. This is like, Russia. Deep
The only
Russia.
other thing I can do is Wrath of Nature, but
That's
No,
what you're
Wrath
currently
of
feeling.
Nature is what's happening to us right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had a 6th level spot, because then I could do Druid's Grove, and then we'd have plenty of trees around us.
I think we need to find like a cave or something, not just a cliff. Otherwise, the only thing I can do is like ice over an area to give us protection from the wind shear, but we wouldn't have any warmth.
During this conversation, I need all of you to give me a con save. Good start, good start. Uh-oh.
Oops,
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Don't
Well,
apologize to me.
I'll roll it normal. There we go.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, no, you're good.
Oh,
It
Doesn't matter.
still came out as 9. It's
9, sorry.
You're good. So Sinclair, Corvus, and Argon, you're handling the weather fairly well. It's starting to wane against you a little bit, but you know the longer you remain out here, the worse it's going to get. That is going to be 13 points of cold damage, halved to the 3 of you that rolled very well, and it's just straight 13 to Cade and Fordrum.
Okay.
And that
All
was
right, can
about 30 minutes of you guys being out here.
Definitely being from Stygia doesn't help me in that.
Nope. You didn't take the thing that gave you resistance to cold, buddy.
I don't have that option.
Do you want me to put up the hut, or do we take our chances, or do we want to go searching and take our chances?
I
I
say
don't
just put up the hut, and then I'll make a fire on the inside.
Well, the
Well-
hut's always warm.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing: could you shape the hut to basically close
It's a
off
dome.
this?
It's a dome.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
It's not
3rd level
shapeable.
spell. It does what it does incredibly well, but it does not do it flexibly.
Yeah, it is very fixed.
Yeah.
All right, so I will take 10 minutes and ritually cast the dome.
Okay.
underneath the cliff.
Yes,
Yes.
underneath the cliff.
Alrighty. During this time, Argon, I need you to give me a concentration check, so another con save.
Can I do flame blade to keep it somewhat warm? To help
How
out?
long does that flame blade last? How
It's a
long?
cantrip.
That's green
Can-
flame blade.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
not an
actually
actual
fire.
flame.
That's not fire. That's it's just called flame. It's not fire.
Well, it heats up the blade and shoots off fire.
Oh, it
Do
is
I,
fire damage.
do I get
Yeah.
advantage since I'm naturally adapted to the cold?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're resistant to cold. Yeah.
Oh, that didn't help.
11. So, as you are feeling this intense cold envelop around you, although your heritage is attuned to these incredibly frigid, cold environments, you grew up in a school with
Right.
air conditioning, and you had to lick your fingers for a little moisture to turn the page. Casting your spell does not happen the first 10 minutes that you attempt to do this. I need you to try again. Give me
Okay.
another con save. Your fingers are starting to like cramp up during your ritual.
God damn it, I'm gonna help.
How do you help him? Tell me.
Wall of fire. I'm just gonna make a ring of
Oh!
fire around us to warm us.
I mean, fuck yeah. There you go.
There you
Link.
That's
So,
a
yeah.
lot better than my flame.
Yes. A literal wall of fucking fire erupts around you all.
Kate's just sitting there. I'm sick of this fucking cold.
And the 16 does make it. However, going off of everybody's previous con saves, we have another round of damage you guys take before you go into the hut. This is half as bad, so that'll be 9 points of cold damage. Half to the 3 of you, full to Cade and Fordrum.
How much?
9. So 5. Wait, no, you take the full amount, so 9. The others take.
What if we have resistances?
So you half it, which would be 5, and then you half it again, which would be 3. But after that time, all right, Arkin, you're getting better at this adventuring thing that you've heard so much about, and you now have a lovely room temperature hut for your allies to join. Here's the question: do you let everybody inside?
Of course.
I mean,
I mean, you never know, but
I mean, if you ever need to do a dick move.
I had a friend do that in a campaign once. So
I did that in a campaign once.
Yeah. While we were
guy
traversing Avernus.
Yeah. Well, all right, it wasn't that bad. The guy acted like a complete douchebag to everybody, including the other party members. So my character said, "You're not allowed in my tiny hut tonight," and everybody else got to sleep safely, and he had to be out there. It was just along the road, but
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys all sit inside, waiting. Keep in mind, you only traveled for a few hours outside of Uthadurn. It's nowhere near a full day's travel yet. You sit there, watching the snow and the pelting ice ripping through this area. It's kind of incredible to be in a location that nature is so inhospitable to anybody who would just try to live out here. But somebody roll me a d4, please.
Before we roll, can I do one quick cantrip just to see how long this is going to last?
Sure, you have Druidcraft?
Yeah.
Roll me a d4 so I can answer you.
4 days.
4 hours before this side of the storm subsides. And if it tells you a 24-hour forecast, somebody roll me a d8 so I know what the weather looks like tomorrow. 8. Clear skies, light snowfall, no rain, no precipitation. By your estimate, for this territory, nice.
Better day for travel.
Now that I think of it, I really should have done this before we left.
Yep, that you should have.
Sometimes I forget that I can tell what the weather's going to be.
I just realized how not useless that spell is.
Oh, that spell is so good.
I know, I love Druidcraft. I just forgot to use it.
Look at it, snowflakes, guys. It's just like Mean Girls. There is a 40% chance that it is currently raining. Just.
Well, I say we bog down for the next couple hours, and the storm shall pass, and then it'll be smooth sailing all day tomorrow.
Yep. So, you all do have 4 hours to short rest if you would like.
Yes.
Go for it.
Let's see.
We
What
can
to do.
spend
Are we-
hit
oh.
dice.
Yeah, you can spend hit dice during a short rest.
Okay.
Did you want me to talk to the hill?
I'm
We've
going to
got
kick
4
off my
hours.
short rest with...
Fordrum?
Do what?
Did y'all still want me to talk to the phylactery in the hilt?
I don't know that we need it at this point. Why don't we wait until we get there?
I just figured since we had 4 hours to kill.
Oh my god. 6, 6,
Oh, wow. Wow. You're rolling fire today, man. Hey,
Alright, there we go.
That's better. Yeah.
That's finally up to it. I only blew through half my hit die.
Sin, were you going to roll any hit dice?
Yeah. We get what, half back after a long rest, though?
Half of your total back after a long rest.
And it's hit die plus con is what you get back, or just hit die?
Just your hit die. It already adds
Just
your con
your hit
into it.
die. Yeah. Just click the button that says hit die and it'll roll. That's what you heal. 8. Do you want to use more? Do you want to use more? There you go. Now you're at maximum. Alrighty, everybody. 4 hours go by, and almost like magic, the storm seems to have moved past. You all probably just got hit by the edges of it as it was continuing to roll through the open wildlands itself. So, you all head back out into your adventure. And for the remainder of the day, nothing seems to impede your travel. You get to
Nice.
walk through the very beautiful valley itself, looking on either side of you at these incredible mountains. And after another, let's call it 4 hours of travel, Boardroom, you come
Yeah.
into a very well-known section of this mountain range. Now, the Cinderess Sanctum, it is a peaceful location. The people who live up there, they live in isolation. They choose to stay away from everybody, do their duty towards their god, and it's okay. It's not bad. But the track up there, unless you know the specific path, you've heard stories of a whole lot of creatures that may not be native to this plane, or maybe they have adapted to it from the Age of Arcanum that ravage the land and take advantage of the landscape to start fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You see these two massive ice-like pillar walls marking the entryway into what is simply referred to as the Valley of the Lost Souls, in honor of everybody who has stepped in there and many who have died on the journey. What? I believe that is good enough.
I'm going to explain all of that to everyone as we wander into it.
Oh, nice. If we happen to come across something dead, I can talk to it. We need to.
Oh, I've met one of those types before.
Hello. You look to your left, and there he is. Just
Just frozen in place, like
acting
Working on.
frozen in place. Just. You think that monstrosity will ever die? No. But anyways, now is an appropriate time, everybody, for you to actually rest for the evening, or if you wish to push through the night. It's going to be another 2-day journey to get up to the sanctum itself, and you have to walk through this valley. And at nighttime in this territory, pitch black.
What's the forecast for tomorrow?
Clear skies.
There's
Yeah.
guys.
Slightly chilly, light flurries, but mostly clear.
Okay.
Very nice
yeah.
for Uthadern.
You see, there's this high pressure coming down from the south or from the north here. What's doing is it's hitting the ridges of the mountains. And that's causing a big updraft.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Druid Forecaster. That was one of my character concepts. Why wouldn't you want me to go with you? So yeah, what do you guys do? You want to do a forced march through the night, or are you trying to what?
I would say it's a good idea to camp, but if everybody wants to press on, I'm game.
I would vote for camp.
Very
I
well.
think this would be the best spot to camp, and if we need to push
I also vote for camp.
forward, we could do so later. no sense of weakening ourselves before we have to.
Yep.
Especially with as dangerous and treacherous that this path may ensue.
All right.
So, camp.
Everybody, tell me what you do to set up your camp. Argan has the dome, which the dome is about 80% foolproof. Any other precautions you guys are taking during the night?
Let's see here.
We're gonna set watches. We're gonna
There's snow on the ground.
yeah.
I could technically pad the dome in a layer of snow.
Yeah, we don't need to though, because the dome can be invisible.
The dome's bullshit.
Yeah, but the thing is the snowfall would already hit it, and then
So we'll set the dome near where potentially the snow would. I don't know. Is there any outcroppings or something like that? Ledges that we could sort of place it under?
I mean, give me a survival check. Let's see what you find.
I'm gonna help him look for somewhere.
Okay, you have advantage, Fordrum.
Oh. Then I will just roll again.
15. So, as you're looking around, it's mostly barren out here, and you start walking around as well, trying to get a better view of the open landscape, and you notice your foot sinks a little bit in an area, and when you brush a little bit of the snow aside, there appears to be what looks like a tunnel-like cave out here. Yes, you can wild shape.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
A tunnel-like cave?
Yeah, right on the outskirts of the valley.
Oh. So there's a cave here, like a tunnel thing, but oof. After
You think
the
something made it, or is it natural?
Good question. Can I clear away some snow near the edge of it? Find my way to the edge of it, clear it away, see if it has like scratch marks, or if it's melted into a circle, or if it's natural, or what.
Okay. Roll me a nature check with advantage because of your knowledge of stone and stone's cunning. Look at that dwarven perk being useful. Bless you.
Thank you.
15. So there's no. Actually, no. You would definitely notice that. This is a crafted tunnel, about 10 foot in diameter, and there are certain creatures out here called frost worms. And they are known for tunneling through mountains if they so desire. They can burrow through solid rock with almost very little resistance as they move. And you're not sure if this is new or old, but it definitely looks like a frost worm's tunnel. The fact that it reaches the surface, though, would imply that it's probably not been here recently, because they don't really surface unless there's something to eat, like people.
Right. So I'm going to explain all of that and go, this is probably a bad place to set up camp.
How dangerous are frost worms? Do you know?
Yes.
Yeah, they're dangerous. They come up and eat people. So
you know of quite a few scenarios of people, entire caravans getting wrecked by one worm.
Right. They're not small. They wreck things. It's bad.
You want to set camp literally in the middle of those two pillars?
No, I want to walk for another half hour or an hour.
Because I don't want to be near that hole.
Right. those two pillars are still visible from here, and I'd like to be further than visible range.
So are you heading backwards or moving into the valley?
Unless anyone else has an opinion, I say we move into the valley further.
That's fine with me. I don't know any better, so I certainly trust whatever you think is right.
Yeah,
And I'll lead too, and I'm gonna take my axe handle down, and I'm gonna press the handle into the snow in front of me to make sure that it doesn't suddenly sink into a hole.
All right. Then Fortune, roll me an investigation while you're doing that.
It's not my thing.
You're the one doing it.
Sorry, it shouldn't have been.
Hey, 18, not bad. Yeah, you sidestep about 3 of these holes in this area. By the looks of it, this was probably an ambush spot for the frostworm. So good
Yeah.
call on moving.
Yeah. Keep going.
Let's
So.
get outside of the frostworm territory.
Yeah.
Somebody other than Fordrum, roll me the survival check. Because he's investigating for all of these holes right now.
I'll do it.
Go for it. Y'all got a druid.
Whoops. Don't pay attention. I'm high.
11. You know what? You're pretty far in here and you're starting to get the munchies. This might be good enough. You no longer see the holes. I mean, you can see the pillar, but you can't see beyond the pillar. So, like, hey, it might be good.
Yeah, I think this is a great stop, guys.
It's
Plus,
a little
uh,
secluded. It's not in the middle of anything. It's just,
Yeah, I'm like super hungry, so
All right, let's stop then. We'll find
Alrighty.
a spot to sort of pitch our dome in here then. And then before bed, when we settle in, I'll just do create food and water, so we'll eat like kings for once.
Hey, good spell.
Wow, so if we're gonna eat, that's still a big downgrade to what your mom's been making.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what? You know
This
what?
is maybe a quarter as good, but
It came from God. Are you serious?
yes.
Jesus.
Mama cooks better than God, okay?
And if we ever need it, we have that bottle of whiskey
Yeah.
that I got for them.
It's almost gone. We've been walking
But
for 2 days in the snow. How do you think I've stayed warm?
Argon domes up.
Yep, dome up.
Alrighty, and because I think somebody said it earlier, watches. All right,
Yes.
place yourselves on the map. Left is first, then go to the right. So whoever's first, put yourself on the left, where my pointer is. All right, so Kate's going first. Who's going second?
I want to be in the
Boardroom?
middle.
Do you want to take second or third? Because there's not
I'll
really
take second.
Then you're third, Sinclair. And
Right.
then fourth is Argon. And
I'm
whoever
going
sleeps
last.
with it- Well, that's
Or
all.
that.
There's only 4. I mean, you get to sleep all
That
night,
works
or
then.
you can double up with somebody if you wish. Is there
You
somebody
know
here
what?
you
I'll
don't trust to
I'll
keep
just
watch?
sleep. I'll just
Alright.
sleep.
Wow,
Yeah. Hey, Argon, you've done this plenty of times. Okay.
I
don't
know.
wanna- All right. I need each watch to roll me a perception check, and I'm going to roll a D100 to see if anything happens.
can I send my spirit out as a diversion?
You could send it out to keep watch with you to give you advantage or to have advantage itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll summon my little spirit
And
out.
just leave it on the dome. So, everybody, Cade, please describe your spirit as everybody gets to finally meet it.
Cool. So my wildfire spirit, you'll see Cade kind of make like a little fireball in his hand, and out from it, it kind of opens up like a portal, and a little fox jumps out of it.
Whoa.
That's
It
nice.
is it is a flaming fox that has bits of its fur flickering around it and does add warmth all around you in about a 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
Cade, you could have been traveling with this the entire time to keep the party warm.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as soon as
Yeah.
I read its stats.
Come on, man. I gave you a perfect scenario to be broken. It's great. Just
Starting to think with the plants instead with the fire, you know? Try
Yeah.
to change your ways.
God damn it, man. Why be a druid? Be a Reggie. Just.
Give
And
in to the
perception.
blighter.
Alright, perception, I'm sorry. Let me roll
Yes. So it's either giving you advantage or it has its own.
this. It's giving me advantage. 16.
Not bad. All right, so Fordrum 26, Argon 5, Sinclair 26. And I rolled a.
I should have prepared for that and brought Otis out. I didn't think about it till after I rolled.
I mean, you can still do it. It's fine.
Oh,
We're not
okay,
on
well,
your
that-
watch yet, so it's fine.
Then I'll bring out Otis and let him
Go
keep watch for me. He's much better at it than I am.
Well, Otis already has advantage, so go ahead and.
That's
roll
what
that.
I mean.
Yeah.
And he's got a higher perception skill, I think, than I do.
Yup.
So,
Yup.
there's Otis.
16. Okay. So every shift.
Inadvertently named.
Yeah. Before you even joined the game.
Yeah.
Alright, so. Who wants to roll the d4?
I'll roll it.
All right. Fordrum.
Yep. It's good.
During your watch, you notice something. Oh, wrong music. Not very far away from you, climbing down the edge of the mountain, is this blue-skinned giant, lowering its body to the ground. It seems to grab onto the edge of the mountain and just use that as a hoist to drop itself down.
Yeah.
You feel the shaking around you. Everybody else is still sleeping, though,
Mm-hmm.
as the creature begins moving through. It moves over towards the two pillars, which is far outside of your visual prowess.
Huh?
But then you hear very loudly coming from that direction. About
Okay.
4 minutes after you hear that whistle, and I'm sorry if you didn't hear the whistle. I try not to do it directly.
I heard it. I'm good.
Okay, good. Only a few minutes after you hear that, you see another giant climbing down.
Is this one female?
No,
Oh.
it also looks male. And then, let me check something real quick. And then you see a third one climbing down.
Jesus.
The other two go over towards the pillars.
How close to the end of my watch am I?
It happened pretty close to the beginning of your watch, probably like the first 30 minutes or so.
Okay. So, all right. And is the fox in here with us, or is it outside?
As soon as Kate goes to bed, he'll dismiss it, so he gets it back.
Oh, okay, good.
Are you doing anything?
No, I'm gonna just keep an eye on them. They don't see us because we're in the dome, I think. So I'm gonna stay still, and if the fox is gone, we don't have a little glowing, flittering light in our area. So
Okay.
I'm choosing stealth by not
About-
moving.
20 minutes go by, Fordrum. And then you notice the small little cup of whatever you are currently drinking on your shift is rumbling slightly. And you look out the dome again, and The three giants seem to be combing through this canyon, looking around. One of them walks within about 30 feet of the dome.
Before
Not
it gets
towards
there, when I see it combing through, I'm going to actually wake up Sinclair and go, don't make any noise. We have three giants stalking this way. Just be awake in case we have to wake everybody quickly. And I'm pulling armor on really slowly.
They continue walking through. Yeah? Yes, Sinclair?
If we need to talk to them, I can cast tongues, but that only works for me.
These aren't talking to giants, lad. These are trying not to die from them giants.
What's the range on them? Nah, that's too far.
You can't cast anything out of the...
Yeah, there's no casting out of the dome while you're inside of it. You would have to leave the dome to cast the spell. Yeah.
Just be ready to wake people if we need to wake people.
So, Borgem and Sinclair, you notice the giant walks directly past the dome. Goes about 80 feet or so, which for it is 3 strides.
Right.
Rotates.
I tap Sinclair and point at that giant to look at him, and I'm still looking back the way that he came from to see if...
the other two that are still combing.
Uh-huh.
He seems to walk back, this time being within about 10 feet of the dome. Not directly towards it, but within 10 feet. Now heading back towards the pillars.
He's gonna step on us. He's gonna step on us.
Roll me a D2.
Move folks to the side.
Roll me a D2.
What is that? R... Oh.
/ R space D2.
He's got it.
The foot lifts over the dome and steps on the other side of it. It's a giant. It could easily miss this, but you know, you guys are a crack in the pavement to it. Keeps walking. Wonton! It bellows outwards. Do either of you speak giant? Okay.
Not without tongues, and I don't think that tells me the language.
Tongues allows you to understand languages, and I believe, right? It allows you to speak and be understood and understand anything spoken. But that would be your spell.
So I'm not casting it.
I can't cast while in the dome, though.
You can cast within the dome, you just can't cast out of the dome.
Right.
So whatever you cast can only affect in here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have it up.
Okay, so you cast tongues on yourself?
Yep.
Did we speak? Didn't the big giant dragon or giant, the dire giant? It spoke giant, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, Forger, if you remember that I would have translated that.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
You speak it, but you need to sleep. You're a wizard.
I can get mine back on a short rest.
Right. So, Sinclair, you catch in about a few moments into the conversation. Just disappear. What do you mean disappear? Things don't do that. Telling you it did. Did you look again? Yeah. Oh no, weird.
You're saying
Might be
something
trick.
disappeared.
No problem. We'll keep vigilant.
Maybe they saw us move in from up above and They're gonna keep searching for us.
You said disappeared, right? So
Yeah,
maybe
because
they
we
saw
went in
the
the
fiery.
dome.
Maybe they saw the fiery fox.
It's possible.
So let's just keep our eye out.
I want to keep listening into their conversation.
Big stupid, they don't disappear. Don't call me big stupid. He just punches one of them in the face, and it sounds like a crack of thunder with the collision of the fist. Hey, don't hit me. Don't be stupid, stupid. And the three of them climb back up that ridge of the mountain and disappear out of your visual prowess.
The one that got hit doesn't like, or the one that hit the other one doesn't like being called stupid.
Good to know. I won't do that.
So if you can make, like, if we ever come across the need to get them to fight each other, have it where one of them calls the other one stupid. That's a possibility.
Okay.
And I can pretty much do that with thaumaturgy, I think.
Fordham just looks at you blankly like, I have no idea what you just said.
Minor illusion allows you to replicate things with audio and shit.
Yeah, but he doesn't know.
Thaumaturgy ominously whispers. So I can do this to your opponent. But yeah, the three of them walk away, climbing back up the cliff, and you don't hear or see them anymore. They seem to have maybe left.
I think from now on we don't have the big spotlight where things can spot us from up above.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know, if we're traveling, it's one thing, but we're in a valley and things are up on top of the hill and they see something bright and shiny. They think food.
Right.
So, that's the end of that. Sinclair, if you wish to go back to sleep for an hour and a half before your shift.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Thanks for
Boardroom.
your eyes and ears.
No worries. If you ever need me again, just let me know.
Will do.
So, Fordrum.
Yep.
Are you doing anything else during your watch? Or anything in
No.
particular?
No.
Well, tell me what you are doing. What are just
Sitting around staring out at the direction that those giants came from, and then I circle and look in every other direction, and I'm in armor, and I'm trying not to clank around because I don't want to wake anybody, and eat a little bit more, drink a little bit.
so about
but
an
I'm not
hour
leaving
later.
the safety of this for sure.
About an hour later, Fordrum,
Uh-huh.
you see from that cliff something long and not terribly thick falls down. Looks almost like a rope and then gets pulled back up.
Like a rope flaps down and then it gets pulled back up?
Yep. It falls from top of the cliff and then gets pulled back up.
How long does it stay down like that?
It doesn't. It seems to have gone down there, and within the same breath, it's already coming back up very quickly.
Huh. Okay. That's pretty interesting.
So, but aside from that one moment, nothing else happens during your shift.
Mm-hmm.
You can go sleep quietly if you may.
Yep. When the shift is over, I'll move on to. I'll go a little longer since Sinclair woke up for a little while.
Okay.
So I'll, if he was up for a half hour, I'll go an extra half hour.
Alrighty.
And then I'll wake him up and I'll explain that I saw the rope flap down over there and then go right back up. So I don't think I think if anything, maybe they've strung a rope so they could get down quickly, but that doesn't make sense because they just hop down. So
Could it be something trying to lure something over there? You said it's over there where the direction of the giants
Yeah.
were?
right there, and I point at the side of the cliff where I saw them originally hop down from. And I unbuckle my my apron, and I sort of take it off, set it next to me, say a prayer, please protect us tonight, and go to sleep.
Okay.
All right. Now, Sinclair, what was your perception? 24?
Yes.
Okay, very high as well. During your watch, you hear what sounds like another clap of thunder coming from that general direction.
Okay.
But nothing else transpires. Your shift goes by without a hitch. Argan's turn.
I let Argan know, hey, there are 3 blue-skinned giants. Literally, and I point to the cliffside that they came down. Up there. Fordrum also said that they tossed a rope down at one moment and pulled it right back up. They are looking for something. They spotted something down here, and I believe it might have been the fire cat. Don't light anything down here, and keep at least one eye on that cliff.
Odds are those two are mutually exclusive because I cannot see in the dark. Luckily, Otis can.
Woo. No wonder. No wonder your perception was so bad.
Because I'm blind as a bat in the night. So, but we will certainly keep track.
Yeah. Like when they were down here, I used tongues to understand what they were saying, and they were literally scouring this whole area. And I point to where his footstep was. That indent right there is how close we were from being flat.
Yeah, he missed the dome by about 3 inches.
Well,
or not inches, 3 feet. Sorry, 3 feet.
So, if they come down again and they start searching, get everybody up, because we may have to get the heck out of the way of a foot stomp.
Okay. I will certainly do my responsibility here, and well, I'll let Otis do my responsibility for me while I prepare my spells for the day.
Cool. Do you have Otis do anything in particular?
I'm gonna have him try and find a higher spot that isn't the cliff they climbed down.
Okay.
And kind of perch up there, maybe do a little bit of a sweep.
All right. And what was Otis's 16, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, he flies up, taking an aerial view of the location, and telepathically communicates to you, Argan. Hey, just so you know, there is 2 frost giants up here lying down, like right on the ledge, looking in this area back and forth.
So, all right. So they're probably like trying to lay an ambush. All right. So I'll get the general. So I can look through his eyes. So I'll get a better idea of where exactly they're at.
Yep.
And
one of the 2 actually notices Otis and starts like holding out pieces of bread towards him and waving.
Otis is not gonna go eat from the. I'll have him go farther away, like he doesn't even see him, and then sweep around a big wide distance.
Okay. Then if he flies further away in a circular, okay, he would notice roughly about a half mile from those two giants, there appears to be a bonfire that a third giant is currently lying next to, chewing some type of meat off of a bone. You think that might be dire goat, that he's just eating off the bone. Like a leg.
All right. How long am I in there? How long into my watch am I? Am I fairly early still?
We'll say like the first half hour. Their stealth check was not stellar. They were just far enough away that unless you could get closer, you wouldn't notice. That's why I gave little hints as to they're still up there.
All right, so I'm going to dismiss Otis rather than let him lead them back to us.
Okay.
At this point, I can't really actively stand watch, so I'm going to wake up Corvus because I think he can see in the dark. So,
yeah,
and I know he's slept the whole night.
Yeah, he's already done his long rest.
Yeah, so I'm going to let him know what's going on. And so we can decide on whether we're going to wake everybody up now or try and wait it out. But they're obviously sitting there waiting for us to try and spot us.
I feel like waiting it out might be the better option, at least for a little while. If they stick around for, I don't know, hours more, then
well, we've only got like an hour and a half until the shield drops, in which case they're going to spot us.
true. I feel
Argon,
like we should.
Sorry, Argon. Corvus, do you speak giant?
Nope.
All right, Argon then. To anybody else, it would sound just like a little rumble in the sky, but you, understanding the intricate knowledge of giant, which is actually an incredible language once you actually break it down, you hear echoing from behind you, almost like a whisper from up on that ledge. Where'd pretty bird go? There's more. Yeah, I wanted to pet it.
They're looking for my bird. They're looking for Otis. I had him out scouting and they noticed him. They say they want to pet him. Not sure how much I trust that. I could expend a whole bunch of slots and invis all of us, and we could walk out. But I imagine walking through a snowy tundra, invisibility is only going to be so good, is the problem with that. Because you're going to leave footprints.
So yeah.
And I don't have fly.
Forge room does.
So we could get an invisible dwarf to get the drop on him.
That's true.
Just drop the hammer right
Look
on
if
their
I
head.
have anything that might help. Probably not.
Pick the druid up, I can help.
Cade might have something.
Okay. Wake your friend Cade.
I wake up Cade.
Cade, what the fuck? You have like another hour you're supposed to sleep.
Oh.
And they've been noisy as hell all night long.
What are you guys yelling and talking about?
We'll fill Kate in on the situation.
Yeah.
All right. 15 minutes later. There you go.
Cool. Well, let me prepare my spell, and I can cast Pass Without a Trace on us as soon as the dome ends, and we can just sneak off towards the sanctum.
That's probably a good idea.
Alrighty. Well, an hour later, everybody is now awake. Everybody's filled in yet again. You have about 30 minutes left of your dome, Art.
Okay. All right, we've only got 30 minutes left, so
Eat and get dressed.
yeah, eat a quick snack and let's get traveling.
Awesome.
You think they're still up there watching?
I haven't heard him leave.
You think maybe Otis could fly back around and see if they're still looking down on the roadside here?
Yeah, he can. I guess I could make him invisible.
Like, the thing is like he could get out and get up there, and then if they are up there, you can have him like coo or hoot or however.
Well, I can see what he can see. So
Oh no, I mean like maybe
Just have him fly around
Distract them?
behind him.
my concern is them seeing him fly out of the dome. Is
You'll
my
have to
concern.
You can bamf him just wherever you like.
Oh, I guess. Oh, okay. Is there a
Within 30
range to
feet.
the BAMF? Oh,
I
okay.
think it's like 30 or 60 feet, but yeah.
All right, so I'll BAMF him to a location that's not easily noticeable by them.
Okay.
Or
Roll me
they're under the
a
cliff or something.
roll me a survival check.
Okay.
Come on, big number.
Yeah. Right in front of the face.
It just appears out of nowhere. And Argon, that does take them a little bit by surprise. Ooh, birdie back. You're the only one that notices the voice, though. Again, it just sounds like a rumble in the air.
Yeah, they saw that.
have him like shake his feathers like he was sleeping in the snow,
Here, birdie, birdie. Here,
and
birdie,
then fly
birdie.
it up there.
Who's a pretty
I'll
bird?
have him slowly walk towards him.
Pretty bird. Oh, come on. Here. Hey. Hey. I told you, Chonga. It likes me. Hey, pretty bird. Come on. Yeah. And your bird gets over to it. Are you looking through its eyes?
Yes.
Okay. This frost giant, who has the skulls of numerous different types of creatures attached to its belt, who has what looks to be its own rations that may be entire legs of humanoids in a pouch, pulls out a tiny piece of one of the legs and starts trying to feed it to your bird. Who's a good bird? Free bird. Oh, yeah.
I'll take
You
a
like
piece.
scritches? Yeah.
I'll let Otis eat it.
And yeah. Oh, it's a bird of prey. He'll eat people.
Yeah.
And the giant just scratches the back of the owl's head. Oh, pretty bird. Hey, we're watching. And he just keeps petting Otis while keeping a look on the valley.
Okay, so he
He
seems
just
to
wanted to
really
pet your
have
bird, man.
he seems to really have a thing for my bird. So, all right. So, are we sneaking away now?
Yeah, if we're about to run out of our dome, then I will cast Style Trace on us.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. That's going to help you a little bit, but keep in mind, you're in an open area that they are keeping an eye on. One of them is distracted, of course.
I have an idea
What?
to distract the other. So,
Flying
about
dwarf.
how far away would you say they are?
From you, they're just about 180 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does put a small hamper in what I was going to think. I will try anyways and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Unseen Servant. And just have them start walking in the opposite direction.
It's unseen.
Yeah,
But it
the
leaves
footprints.
Oh,
footprints.
okay.
Yup. Which is how they tracked you beforehand. They saw your footprints. Alrighty, so I'm gonna say, Corvus, give me a spell attack. Let's see how convincing you can instruct your servant. That is just a remedial servant that has no name.
Jeffrey, get out there.
No, this isn't Jeffrey.
Have we?
16?
Yes, Fordrum.
Did the dome drop?
You guys still have a few minutes left, but it's getting there. You have like 20 minutes left. They're
Okay.
just trying to distract them. Okay. It seems to be that the other giant is now, from Argon's perspective, well, gone. Look. See? More footprints. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, footprints. Yeah. Is it ghost? It might be ghost. Could we eat ghost? We could try to eat ghost. And they both seem distracted.
It's time to go.
All right, everybody, roll your stealth checks to boop, 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 out of here.
And plus 10.
Let me roll their perception at disadvantage.
Just as a question, what's the lay of the land here?
It is, so you have mountain peak on either side of you, roughly about an 80-foot across canyon between them. You're a few hundred feet away from the pillars themselves, and those giants appear to be about 60 feet high and maybe 180 feet away from you on top of one of those mountain peaks.
Okay, is this like just an open valley of grass, or is there pine trees?
No. This is frozen. This is all ice.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Never
I would
mind
also
that.
like to add something else I'm going to do to help us try to get away.
Okay.
Is I'm going to use shape water to try to cover our tracks behind us.
Hey. Okay.
A
Well,
heavy
pass without a
armored
trace.
druid.
Pass without a trace. You
Oh,
already
right, yeah.
don't leave tracks.
Forgot about that part.
Yes. That's why you get the plus 10. Okay. So nobody critically failed, right? So we have
No.
a 28, a 22, a 19. Oh, that's low. An 18. Oof. Had to check for if my armor had penalty. Only heavy armor does. And
Well,
that would've
some
been
medium does as well.
Some
I
mediums. yeah.
actually had to roll at disadvantage. I forgot about that. Nope. Still to keep the 25.
Nice. And Fordrum, don't you have disadvantage for your heavy armor?
I do. Sorry.
So roll again.
Yeah, here we go.
Is scale considered disadvantage?
I've
Look it
got
up.
the list up.
Scale, yes.
Scale, yes.
No.
From
All right,
25.
so-
Mine's breastplate, which doesn't. Thank
Yeah.
God.
You either need to use, I think it's chainmail or breastplate are the two that don't, and scale and half plate do.
Hide, chain, and breast don't. Scale, spike, and half do.
All right. So Corvus, you got a 25. Argon got an 18. Fordrum got a 25.
15. Oh, 25. Sorry, you're right.
25. Cade got a 19. Sinclair got a 22. Divided by 5. 21. Okay, yeah. So the group's average comes out to 21. That's actually kind of shitty for Pass Without Trace.
Yeah.
Well,
we're all
when
wearing heavy armor.
out of stealth.
Yeah.
3 guys in heavy armor and a giant
So-
wizard.
Flavor-wise, Cade, your Pass Without a Trace is you taking a massive rip, and there's just a snow-forming cloud all around you as you exhale it. Blends you in a little bit better. It's not perfect, but it definitely blends you all in. As now you all have to smell Cade's product, and you may get a little contact high. It's fine. And you all manage to walk away, and the only thing, whoever's bringing up the rear, who's bringing up the rear?
Fordham will. Well, no, Fordham's leading. Sorry.
Cade will take the back because I'm just blowing smoke forward.
So, Cade, the only thing you see is, yeah, see footprints. And you see a boulder and shatter where the unseen servant was standing.
Oh.
Does that kill
Oh.
the unseen servant?
Yes, it does.
And then you see two more boulders slam
That-
in the same general area.
That's just overkill.
Well, that's what they were planning on doing to you. But
Otis
yes.
will fly off when that happens, and then disappear.
birdie. Okay. So yes, you all managed to circumvent the combat that I had planned. For now.
You weren't kidding about them giants, Boardroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our best
or-
bet was to attack when they were close, and we opted to not. So from a distance, that could have been really bad.
Yep. They throw boulders larger than any of you.
Yeah.
Definitely larger than me.
Well, a rock is large. But yeah. Anyways, you all travel for the entirety of the 1 hour from Pass Without a Trace, moving further away from this area, and thanks to Argon's investigation, you know the location of their camp as well. It is your choice if you wish to go there or fucking avoid it. That is your call, though.
Is
I
it
would
along the
opt
path?
for fucking avoidance.
No, it's
Is
not
it
on any
in-
path. It's on top of a different ridge in the mountains, kind of tucked away between a few of them. But
I'm
you
assuming
could
we're
walk
going to
closer.
avoid it, unless
Okay.
we really want to try and ambush them for some reason, but I don't see a reason to do that.
Nope.
Unless you saw something that none of us else did in their camp, like survivors.
The only thing I saw was them eating a dire goat. So
Poor goat.
I didn't see any prisoners or anything like that. So
Poor
We
goat.
don't need to save the rest of the goat.
yeah, the goat's already dead because he was
Yeah.
already eating it.
So, anyways.
If it was alive, it could be meal ready to eat.
You know what? We can conjure some food. We can skip the goat. It's-
Boardroom. Survival check, please. With the assistance of Argon at least telling you where not to go.
So advantage.
Yes,
Thank God.
because that is one of the threats you could stumble upon in this area. So yes.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Way
That's
better.
better.
Thank you, Argon, for not
Thanks.
letting us walk into an ambush again.
Yeah, you see
An
that
ambush
right
we
there?
know exists.
You see this big area? Ink? No. Anyway.
Oh God, coming back down's gonna be.
Now, I do need, for this days of travel, one of you to roll me 2d8s. We're going to take the higher roll to see if you can avoid any encounters today.
All right, here's 2d8.
Go for it.
Also, can we get another weather forecast for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Roll me 1d8 for tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that storm's going to come back through tomorrow. It's going to hit hard as hell, and yeah, it might last, let me roll, the majority of the day. But you rolled an 8. Yeah.
Weather's not looking great, guys.
So basically, we need to find shelter tonight to live through the night
Yeah.
or the
I'm
next
gonna
day.
Spend a good part of today, even if we end up cutting our travel short, if we find good shelter.
Okay. Well,
It's kind of the reason why I wanted the forecast, so we know ahead of time what we need to be prioritizing as far as travel.
How many days away are we? Are we like a day and a half out?
You have the remainder of today and then all of tomorrow to get there.
Yeah,
You all have been traveling for about an hour at this point.
Right.
So, tomorrow evening-ish, if things work out and you could travel all day tomorrow, it's your call if you want to. You could probably make it there. So, Fordrum.
Yep.
As you're all walking in this area, you find a decent little mountain to like traverse over top of to avoid the different giants in this location. You climb up on top of it and you notice that there must have been a recent avalanche in this location. It stretches over from a very odd looking mountain that has a perfect blue color towards it at near the top. And it goes all the way down through this area here. Now,
a blue colored what?
A blue colored mountain peak. So the
Okay.
top, maybe 25 feet of it is a very deep, rich color blue. Almost like ice.
Right.
But as you are walking through here, Fordrum, maybe about 4 hours into your journey, you also notice underneath the compact snow all the way down this area, there appears to be a cave that you could get to from on top of the compact snow of the avalanche itself.
Look, a cave. Wait, is the cave entrance open after an avalanche?
Yes.
Huh. So something came out or went in.
Yep.
Oh,
Are mountains supposed to be that color?
I don't know. That's
Or is this just the
ice.
altitude messing with my vision?
No, I see it too. But I don't know what it is, and it's a bit away. Like it's a long ways away, right? We can't.
Oh, it's several miles out of your way.
Yeah.
Like
it's
you
pretty
guys
far out of our way.
are around here. It's like here.
Yeah. So here's a cave. The problem is there was an avalanche, and the cave is open, meaning something has gone in or come out of it. What that means is if we go and stay in it, we might run into whatever lives in it. Thoughts?
Better than freezing to death.
Agreed?
Better than giants. At least we have the knowledge of something may be in it.
Okay.
True.
It's going to be confined in the cave, so it can't throw boulders at us.
Right. Kinda. Right. Plus it has boulders smaller than the opening.
Yeah.
It's also underhand.
They bowl, right.
Or breathe, you know.
So if we spend a little bit of extra time,
Yeah.
I would need 4 hours. I still have enough ink left. I could relearn the spell Mold Stone, and I could burn some spells to either seal off the back of the cave if something's living in the back of it, or seal off the front of the cave if nothing's in the back and we're worried about something coming in.
I feel like those are spells wasted in that if we get in there and there's no giant, then we don't have to deal with the giant. If we get in there and there's something in there, then we're going to need spells to deal with it.
Well, yeah, but you're talking 2 spells to do that.
Okay.
Would, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's an option. I'm not saying that it's the best option, but it is an option if we're worried about, especially if we're worried about something coming back in the middle of the night.
Right.
Technically, Joey, let me ask, if I use Cone of Cold at the entrance, could I cause the snow to freeze around the hole?
Yeah. It would completely cover the entrance from all of you.
And then the snowfall would cover that. I can block the hole off with ice with one of mine, and I don't use spells normally for combat to begin with.
Right. Okay. So something has already come through the snow. So ice might help, but might not. I don't mind it as an idea, but I say we get in there, set camp, hang out, and if we want to adventure in deeper to find out what's in there, somebody should do that sneakily. Otherwise,
Like Otis.
we just set some kind of a trap or an alarm and see if we can just ride out a storm.
Yeah. I would say when we get in there, not to set up immediately, but to have someone go into the hole and
Yeah.
check it out. Can Otis see inside caves?
He can, but he is a bird. So flying inside of a cave is probably somewhat difficult, depending upon the size of the cave. I learned that the hard way. I tried flying through a cave. It wasn't that easy. Admittedly, he's much smaller than I was at the time, but
Well, the caves are our best chance of survival. So, like it
Yeah.
or not, it's a good path to start ourselves into. Does everyone agree with that? Or
Yes. I would
Big-
say we need to get shelter, and this is shelter we know.
True.
You know, we could travel another 6 hours and not find another suitable shelter
Right.
before the storm hits.
Right. We'll just have to expect that there's something in it.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't disagree about camping in here. So we certainly don't want to try and fight the weather.
Well, let's do it.
Let's go spelunking in a cave.
Alrighty. I would like all of you to roll me athletics checks to go down this slope over towards the open cave. It's not terribly difficult. I just want to know if any of you are going to fail drastically and fall.
Probably.
Corvus, you have a shield, and this reminds you of sledding as a kid.
Yeet!
Yeet!
Corvus is the first one. Zoom down the hill. Cade, you're the second one. Huh, that seems... Ah, shit. And now you're spinning down the hill. Sinclair actually was a little bit ahead of you. He just stumbles and falls and ow, ow. Argan, you're taking your time, like, going sideways, holding on to it, digging your hands in, and, like, actually climbing down there. Go ahead, Fordrum.
I just fly. I got his flying boots.
Zoom.
This is exactly the kind of scenario that I would just tumble into hell. So I'm gonna go. He looks
Oh, you
as
mean
good-
like I just did?
Yup.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Ow. All right,
I
so
just
for
go-
those of you...
And
for
I only
those of
fly
you-
this high off the ground,
right next
'Cause I
to
don't
one
really
of
have
the
this
tumblers. Just
down yet. Whee.
So, for the two of you that failed, that is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage, tumbling down the open area. Corvus, you perfect landing, zoom into this area, sliding and turning your shield sideways to slide through a little bit of stonework and slam your back up against the wall. And, you know, it's not a hurtful slam. It's more of like you were doing that to stop, like ice skating.
Yeah.
And then, whoo! All right, that's not bad. You see your two allies now sliding in here as well. And when you look to your right, there is a dead body completely skeletalized down here, right next to you.
Oh. I don't like that.
Cade and Sinclair now gung 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 clank around inside of there. Oh, you got there. Ow.
So we weren't the first ones to have this idea, for sure.
Fordrum Superman lands.
Mm-hmm.
And then Argan climbs in about a minute later. Safe and sound. Oh, wait, you have your chair. Why did we even do this? Yeah,
oh,
you
that's
just
true.
float
I'm
down.
just floating down
Come on,
the
man.
chair.
Yeah, just going down, cruising.
Wizard style, baby.
Yeah. Professor X and fucking Wolverine. Just
Next time, I'm sitting on Santa's lap.
We
mean,
did
yeah.
that. We did that once with the goblin.
Yeah, it's great.
Please
I'm
remind me
small
that
enough.
I'm a druid and I can wild shape into something.
That can handle ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have that fancy druid ability. But anyways, as all of you get down in here, you see that this is a very old cave. Fordrum, absolutely man-made, but aged.
Yeah.
And it looks a little odd, almost like it's not full, but like it should have been bigger, but it's not. It's just weird because of that. And you do take note of a few metal-like contraptions over on the right-hand side of this area. One of which is a metal rod with grooves that has a crank on the end. You're familiar that some excavators use those to like take rock samples, but whenever an avalanche happens, they can use that to drill to the surface and get fresh air. So it may be that the last people that were in here, aside from the dead person who's now a skeleton, like pure skeleton form, still fully clothed, the last people in here were seeking refugee from the avalanche.
Yep. Well, knowing that my dad and uncle have traveled this way a few times, I'm going to leave everything. I'd hate to like remove stuff and then later they're like, fucking kid. Took all the parts we left behind. So.
Hey, Sinclair, you keep saying you can talk to dead people. Can you ask the skeleton what killed it?
Yep. There's still a skull, correct?
Yeah, everything is 100% intact. And in fact, it's wearing these long, loose robes that look foreign to all of you. Like, it doesn't look like an outfit you've ever seen to any of you before in your lives.
Well, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to 1, remove the smell of rot.
There is none. It's been a skeleton for an incredibly long time.
Okay.
Nothing left to rot.
Any
Speak with dead.
Okay. Let me read the spell real quick, just to be sure of a few things. Because sometimes it says, like, it can't be dead for longer than X.
And
This is, oh yeah.
No, you can't target the same creature more than once in a 10-day period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
That's
There's
why I
no
was
stipulation
thinking,
on how long it's been dead.
Yeah.
Argon's going to pay a bunch of attention to what he's doing because this is new magic to him. I know it's not really like something a wizard can learn this way, but I'm still going to pay a lot of attention to what he's doing.
Alrighty. So, Sinclair, you cast Speak with Dead, and you all watch as the bones begin clattering a little bit, and then the bottom jaw unhinges, and it slowly turns to look at you, Sinclair, and you all hear of deep breath as it is preparing to answer your 5 questions.
Dear friend, what is your name and how did you become in this state?
My name was Shinlei.
Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. Shinlei.
I came here to help you all, and tricked by a mage who captured me and left me here, removing my access to magic, even my key.
That's one question.
He was tricked by a mage.
Oh,
And
everybody hears. Everybody hears.
I'm just writing it down.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
And left here to die. And he took his magic away from him.
Because magic in his key. I wonder if he's talking about something like we found with Bella Marie.
Who
Don't
sent
forget,
you to find
to
us?
save us all, or to help us all.
Was it Delilah?
I was sent here by the Crystal One. He knew of a plague about to strike your world. I am sorry I could not stop it.
2.
Guy
History
must
check?
be from the past. This
Well,
guy
yeah, he's
can
dead.
Come and go.
He's dead. So
Yeah,
yes.
he's not necessarily talking about us.
Well, he
Present
said
in
he was
that
here to
literal
help us.
sense.
I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
think here to
he's
help
not
us.
talking about us in the literal sense. He's talking
he didn't
about
mean the
us in the
formal.
figuratively, like as a
Like-
species.
Yeah, he wasn't talking about you. He was talking about yous.
Yeah.
Baby sheep.
What was the key that you lost?
I think he's talking about monkey.
It was my connection to the world and to others. The innate magic mortals hold to connect and understand one another better. Key was my devotion.
You were correct.
Okay. I thought it was an actual physical key.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
that's
it's
fair.
While trapped here, did you discover anything of importance in this cave that could help us?
The objects I brought here from my world were taken by the others that came through here. Though they were deserving, or my staff would never have been held.
Wait, so his staff is still here?
No. He said they must have been deserving, or else his staff would not have been held.
Oh, okay.
They
so
took his
other
staff,
people
and that's
came
how
through
he knows.
here and they took his stuff.
Yes. Which,
Can I try to roll a history check on the crystal one, or is that way out of left field?
you can roll a religion check.
Okay.
Bahamut, the crystal dragon.
Yes. It is our universe's name for Bahamut.
Oh, okay.
The crystal
Okay.
one. The crystal dragon.
Y'all want to know more about the mage? Or
Probably. I don't know.
That or ask about the plague. What plague was about to... Unless he's talking about like Chroma Conclave, but
that's possible.
What calamity?
yeah, I'd ask him about the plague.
Okay. Plague or mage. If this mage broke his connection to Key, that may be someone we need to be worried about if they're still around.
Then you could always just ask what year he was here.
True. In what year did you come to our world to save us from, you said, a plague?
Is that your question?
Yes. So it's technically 2 and 1 because I'm questioning the plague. as well in that same sentence. Wordplay.
I arrive 32 NE to help you all.
Jesus.
Hopefully, we don't have to worry about the mage.
Yeah.
The plague that was coming here was the other mages who defiled my world and were coming here to do the same. Though one that we feared the most, Viren Vesh, was already here masquerading as one of your own.
Can you spell that name for me, Jer?
Sure can. Viren Vesh.
Oh,
As I do with every necromancy spell, I send one of the souls in me and go, let this one carry you to the afterlife and how to avoid the river Styx. Be at peace now.
So, one of the souls inside of your arm detaches from your body and whisks around the body of this dead individual, Shinle. As it swirls around a few times, you see that Shinlei's soul is no longer here. He's moved, he's passed. The bones are all that remain with the memories that they once held. And your little tiny spirit ascends up towards the sky like a little beak.
Oh.
And I think that's a good place for us all to end tonight, y'all. You gained some shelter from the storm. You learned about things. But
avoided
anyways.
3 giants.
Yeah, I was like, come on, this will be a great fight. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. It's fine. Lore's fun too. But anyways, players.
It probably would have been a great fight, but
Hey, avoid it
seriously.
if you want. It's fine. Yeah, it's your game. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all next time. Goodbye.